Questions or concerns about the streetcar construction, you'll have the chance to ask it. Tonight, the Streetcar Authority is hosting an open house. This is where you can learn more about the utility work and upcoming mainline track construction. The open house takes place at the lower level of the Durham Museum and runs from 5:30 to 7:30.